whistles, pulling this for 4.
Well, it was almost a premeditated shot. It was not a dissimilar delivery from the ball before. It may have been a touch shorter. He went forward to that, but this one starts to come forward, rocks back, whack. His second over, like that.
Once again, Tendulkar pitching the ball.
Didn't get hold of that one, but that previous boundary took him into double figures, and that was from 41 deliveries faced. One. Well, there's fun and games here because Kepler Vessel's climbing into Tendulkar, and two very expensive overs, and if he's hit out of the attack, then Azharuddin will have a problem.
If Tendulkar bowls a bad spell, then they can go to Shastri and Ajay Jadeja.
Vessels just pushing that into the gap and giving Hudson the strike. That's magnificently hit by Hudson. 4 runs. Even though Amre is out there on the boundary, that was so fiercely struck that he had no time to get round and cut it off.
Yes, a great shot from Hudson on the front foot and then transferring his weight to the back foot and really hitting it well, because the man on the fence really didn't move. Probably one of the better shots we've seen so far today.
So Hudson now 40, 69 the total.
Oh, what a great shot. Might just go, but a lovely piece of fielding. But Hudson gets 2.
This is in the air and he could be caught. Well, now, what is going to be the decision? 1 run has been taken. He caught it, but was he over the fence or not? Praveen Amre is the fielder.
I think the factor is, here's the delivery. Good shot. And Amre, the fielder, on the boundary, getting into a good position. Certainly catching it well. And as he's stumbling over the boundary line, throws the ball in. I think the contentious thing is whether he had the catch under control before throwing the ball in. But obviously nothing's happened and the game goes on.
Well, we watch him backpedaling there. And now, does his foot hit the rope or not? Well, difficult to tell. It doesn't appear to. And, I mean, he certainly had the ball under control for a reasonable period. To my mind, he should either be out or it should be 6. Well, the net result is just 1 run for Kepler Vessels.
There's a good shot from Hudson. Takes him to 50, and it's been a super innings. It's come out of 85, and really it's down to him that South Africa are already in a strong position. There we are. 69 deliveries and 6 fours. Well, that wasn't great fielding. Either once you've made the putt to cut it off, you've got to dive, or if you don't, you change the angle earlier than that. And that was the worst of both worlds there. That's the end of it. Cumbly struck. After all we'd said, there was no need to try anything extravagant. Kepler-Wessels goes. He's bowled by Cumbly for 34. The 24th over, 92 for 1.
An uncharacteristic shot there from Kepler-Wessels. Neither a sweep, neither a pull, and he loses his off stump. But he's done his job, given the side a very good start, 92 for 1.
Feature of Kirsten's success in the World Cup was that he was getting his 50s with hardly any boundaries, but he's got this ability to work the ball around. Conceded 13 runs, and Srinath 17-30 plus 6 from Cumbly is 36, whereas Jadeja, he's taken 27 runs have gone from him, and 16 from Tendulkar and 19 from Kapodev. So well on the way to twice the runs coming from the river end. Another one there as well. That's the 100 up. That's good to come in the 27th over. Hudson and Kirsten backing up is that Hudson holds the bat in his left hand and therefore can watch the bowler. Peter Kirsten is still finds that awkward, but what a good shot that is from Kirsten. It's all the way. Perfect wristy shot.
One of the most difficult shots to play in cricket, the drive to mid-wicket. Peter Kirsten right on top of it. Turning the wrists, head over the ball, perfect batting.
It's well run, well backed up, and this one struck it.
Very good tactic, because that does not allow the fielder a good look at the stumps, and even if the throw is accurate, then the batsman can come in the way legitimately.
Batted low down. Now he's become an opening batsman, and I think he's of more value to his side as a batsman than he is as a... An overthrow, but unfortunately the batsman running too far past the stumps.
And a similar run which ensures that he's in fact not going to get run out.
Cleaner hit this time by Hudson. Now 63, 19 to Kirsten. Kirsten coming down the wicket to Ravi Shastri and walked past it.
Most unhappy Peter Kirsten, giving the ball a little bit of air, and Peter Kirsten in fact playing inside it, but it did look as if it might have turned just a little bit.
Oh, that's well played.
Srinath was the best of their bowlers so far. He bowled straight and it wasn't easy to get him away, so our guys tend to bowl that sort of length that he bowled, so if we do that and we can get in the region of around 240 or so, it should be a good game.
Well, Kepeldev, as you'll see here, Hudson pulling around Shastri, and Kepeldev on the boundary. He's not going to go down to it. He uses his foot and prevents 4 runs.
All the way.
After futile attempts in the previous over, John T. Rhodes now moved across even before the ball was bowled, and thus found himself in a position to hit the ball squarer, safer, away from the fielders. Look at his movement before the ball was bowled.
The virtue of that shot was he's decided to start playing. It might be out or not. No, it isn't. Misunderstanding. Oh, there might be a run out. There's all sorts of problems, and he's out. Well, well, well. Some of the worst cricket you could ever see, both fielding and running between the wickets. And as a result, the run-outs, Kapildev smiling, whether in relief or not, complete misjudgment and misunderstanding between the fielders. In the end, it's all come right, and Rhodes goes. The score now 162 now for 4 wickets, 3 wickets. Rhodes, frustrating innings. He just got decided to play Shastri from the crease. He's bowled a good line. $165 for 3. That's gone. And another one, 4 runs. This is the risk that Shastri takes from bowling over the wicket if he does give the wrong length for the batsman to sweep at.
Just on the leg stump, and Hudson finding the gap to perfection between deep square leg and deep mid-wicket.
Hit quite a lot. Oh, there is a big hit. My word, it is. Oh.
Why they call these few overs the slog overs, because the slog this was, but for 6.
Trouble. Out. Well, Callahan hammers the ground with his bat. What a shame. But at this stage of the innings, it's to be expected.
As the ball went straight off the inside edge to Raman, who's got a good arm. Bit of hesitation there, and Andrew Hudson yards away from the crease.
Well, this good and appreciative crowd have given several good hands to several players this afternoon, and one who certainly merits one is this man. But another one. Really, he hasn't turned the innings, but almost single-handed, he's stemmed the tide, and he's taken away from South Africa the prospects of a score in excess of 250. And another man who learns you can't hit across him.
He's too quick in the air and off the wicket for a shot like that to be attempted. One saw it in the test at the Wanderers. Kumble picking most of his wickets when the batsman tried to play him across the line, and Hansi Cronje, who's had 2 very good one-day matches, finding that cricket is a game of ups and downs with a duck to his name.
Srinath gets round to cut it off. 2.
And the Indian fielding certainly been very good today.
converging on it, and they get 2 runs. Magnificent shot by Dave Callahan, and that does go to the boundary. 4 runs through the covers.
And here we have a fine shot from Callahan, giving himself room, playing support.
Jadeja, the fielder, and a very good one too, but he decided not to have a shy at the stumps at the bowler's end because only a single though this time, down to the man at deep backward square leg. Down the wicket comes Macmillan, hits hard, but Kumble can cut it off.
The man who bowled so well for the Indians in the vital middle of the innings.
Again, nicely hit by Callahan. And a good stop. So only 1 run. Six all, the yellow 4. And what will it be? It will be neither. It will be just 1 run. So Dave Callahan, another good innings from him, and he's yet to get out in these limited over internationals. Made 17 not out in the first one, and a very good 45 not out in Port Elizabeth. And Andrew Hudson got the innings off to a good start, putting on 92 for the first wicket of the wickets to fall. Shastri getting the wicket of Kirsten, 1 for 36. In the latter stages, he was a little expensive.
There's that good line again, just on and outside off stump.
Matthews
Lucky one. Before, 4th boundary of the innings. 3 of them have been the streakiest of edges.
Raman being tied down by Craig Matthews with his line on the off stump, opening the face of the bat just a little bit, and very nicely played at the end of it.
That's the 50 up. .50 up for India. South Africa's first 50, as it beating Eden Rhodes. Beautifully bowled. Raman was only playing defensively at that. He wasn't driving.
Good delivery. Beat Raman all ends up It's amazing how the fast bowlers' follow-through seems to increase every time they beat the batsman. Very good delivery, that.
Oh, well, looks so clumsy, but it certainly cost at least one run, because there was always going to be two there. Frustration there got the better of Adejia. Craig Matthews has deserved that. He's beaten both batsmen. He maintains this very good line outside off stump. That's the end of the 19th over. First wicket down. India 56 for 1.
Once again, a loose shot there from Ajay Jadeja. That's been his downfall in all the matches he's played. A loose shot outside the off stump, opening the face of the bat. He does that so often that it's bound to get him into trouble, but he's done his job. He's got 20 runs, given India a good start.
Oh, he's got it through. What can you say?
Don't think many other fielders would have got to that ball. It was struck very hard into the gap with the left-hander's natural elegance. It was only Jonty Rhodes' speed and then the skid that got the ball within the boundary.
Starting his 6th over. With a baddish ball, but it was only just over the head of the man down at mid-wicket.
McMillan, a short one. Rahman on the hook. And Dave Callaghan on the fence makes a good effort. And obviously Kepler Wessels has to look very shortly at introducing him into the attack.
Yes, I'm a little bit surprised that he hasn't done so already, because often captains like to get the 5th bowler, or the 5th or 6th bowler, like to get them in early and try and slip them through a few overs before the batsmen really get going. Line bowlers easily pick up 5 wickets in a one-day international.
Jubilation. He got onto it well, and it is a long boundary. Alan Donald on the fence got into a very good position to take a fine catch. And as Trevor said, possibly another strangle, and Hansi Cronje on shore feeling a lot better, having got out for a naught.
It's going to be interesting. The wicket looked very good, and let's hope the game should come out to be a very interesting one-day match. With people, last 2-1, they're really interested, even though we lost. I think it was very interesting, and I'd like to see this one should also come very, very close, and the people should get their money worth.
I remember when we were trying to interview in the first one-day game, Paul Duplessis came back to me and said that it was very likely that you were going to be promoted in the batting to get on with the game. Has that gone through your captain's mind today?
Well, you know, outside when we sit, we try to work out what the best we can do for the, you know, entire. The people who are playing inside they are putting them.
Once again, a good save by the South Africans, and these extra runs can all be very vital and important as we get to the last overs of the match.
Barney de Villiers down at fine leg. One more to Azharuddin.
Hitting the ball well, but
welcome back to TV1 viewers, and you just see Alan Donald looking bemused, disappointed, as Rahman whips him away off the edge for another 4. India now needing 215 in the 29th over, 98 for 2, and Rahman playing an innings of some importance.
Streaky shot, but Rahman now well set, and he has to go for the shots now because India needs these boundaries. Very welcome boundary from the Indian point of view. Rahman is batting extremely well now, 65.
Trouble if he hits, but Azharuddin quickly back. Now, how close was that?
Villiers again.
Oh, great looking shot. Just a single.
The appointment has been made by ICC, and so it has to be done as such, yes. And talking to the umpires, I haven't had the opportunity in South Africa.
That's 4 runs.
Nicely played by Rahman. As I've been saying right through, he has the ability to find the gaps when he hits the ball hard. Very seldom has he wasted his efforts in hitting a ball straight to the fielder.
Everybody has his moment of glory in cricket, and still nothing that a couple of wickets won't put right for South Africa. And there's one of them. There is one of them, Azharuddin, trying to work his favourite leg side. May have got an inside edge where there were 3 stumps that are 2, and suddenly 123 for 3. South Africa back in the match.
Time now that Matthews has got Azharuddin playing right across the line, missing the ball and playing the penalty. Azharuddin's run of bad form continues, though he was certainly moving his feet in this innings. India 3 down 1.
South Africa had made 10 more runs at the same point, and with that 3rd wicket going down, very wild shot by Tendulkar.
him charging down the wicket. A wide delivery, but a shocking shot. His head all up. It certainly would have been a tragedy if he'd got out playing a shot like that.
Well, good fielding by Brian McMillan. Struck shot by Tendulkar. He really laid into that one, and although Barney de Villiers is long off, there was no chance of him getting around to a mid-on position to stop that from going for 4.
And here we have a look at it, really laying into it, and
this is a good hit. And it's 6. And that takes him to 96, which is one more than his previous best in a limited over international, and 95 that he made against the West Indies.
.99. The man now on 100. First one in limited overs cricket. Previous highest score was 95. Despite the stewards, on come a handful of spectators. They really shouldn't, but the wickets need to be protected here, and the pitch, and celebrations all the way round. This is doing Rahman's concentration no good, but a wonderful innings, Sunil.
A terrific innings there by W. Rahman. Terrific innings. He's really kept his head. He's kept going, and it's important for India that he keeps going now that they're so close to getting to the target. 183 balls. Is it 6 boundaries, 1 sixer? All of them authentic shots.
Beautifully placed, beautifully placed.
Good intelligent cricket there from Sachin Tendulkar.
Big appeal, and he's given him. Tendulkar stood there, held his hand out as though to say, oh no, I didn't. A few words exchanged, Tendulkar looking back, but he's gone. Given out, caught behind by David Richardson, off Matthews. Tendulkar standing there, umpires are conferring. He'll have to go.
A delayed decision by the umpire. Tendulkar having a swish at what may have perhaps been a wide ball. The umpire perhaps just waiting to confirm whether Richardson behind the wicket took it cleanly or did it lob before.
Well, a disappointed Tendulkar.
He confirmed that the ball had carried to the wicket-keeper.
That's what's left, 44 off 7. Odds still with India. Man with 100 to his name there. Kapil Dev now on strike. No, happy to push away. I don't think he will for much longer. Suddenly the game is on. Kapil Dev, having pushed straight twice and got nothing, set himself for the big one. De Villiers strikes, And now India suddenly a wobble at 171 for 5.
Well, that's the way Kapil Dev plays. Block, block, slog. Not much one can do about it. If he had connected it, the ball would probably have gone into orbit. But he missed it. And India now in a much more difficult position than they were at the beginning of last over.
Yes, they are. Oh, there is a big hit. Is it out? He's dropped it. Alan Donald, of all people.
Well, straight to him. Rahman trying to get over mid-on. This time the ball came into him. And Donald lets it go. Even the earlier catch he'd taken of Amre, it's
well played by Shastri. It's kept him the strike, but at the moment he's getting plenty of bat on ball. That's important, Sunil.
Yes, he's certainly approaching the task with a very positive frame of mind, which is most essential.
Oh, that's a wonderful hit. And it's 4. Go. That's the equation. .25 needed. Alan Donald, the villain a few minutes ago. Can he become the hero? He nearly spilled the first catch he took. It bobbled out and then he got it back. The second one he didn't. Another run. That's a valuable delivery. And the ball, as Sunil Gavaskar said, is now getting wet. A towel has been used by bowlers for the last half hour or so. The heavy dew, which is one of the features of this Centurion Park ground. Oh, might be 2. That's out, is it? He's caught him. And that is the end of Rahman. And could that be the end of India? Because Brian McMillan's the man in. Wonderful catch to take it and then hold it as he hit the deck. And the end of Rahman.
And Rahman trying to loft the ball over mid-on, because the mid-on is in the circle. And what a terrific catch by Brian McMillan. What a cricketer this man is. Never gives up, keeps on trying, and what a terrific effort. 13. He's taken India on the brink of a victory. It's up to the remaining 4 batsmen now to take them there. He's worked very hard. His first one-day century, and he fully deserves the applause of the crowd.
Great stop, wonderful stop. Something off every ball. Tightly with India. Full toss there. But, Murray getting the one. Wet ball. I'm sure we shall see the tap. Huge hit, 4. Little punched exchange handshake from Shastri, from Kieran Murray.
And what a great shot there by Shastri. Seeing the fielder at mid-on within the circle, and a wide mid-wicket, he went straight over mid-on, one bounce into the crowd.
16 off 14. Back goes mid-on, and therefore, to complete the fourth man in the ring, no fine leg. Therefore, Brian McMillan has to make sure he doesn't stray leg side, else either he'll be called for a wide or he can concede a leg side boundary. Who would be a bowler? 16 off 16, a runner ball. Now the temptation is just to dob it and run, but a couple of dot balls, the pressure's back on. Thrills and spills of one-day cricket. And this is why they drain players, and when you think these cricketers have played 3 in 5 days and they've got to turn out tomorrow at Wanderers and do it all again, must get bat on ball. Field is in closer for Murray. Will he swing? He does. He gets a single, which means 14 off 13 balls. That leaves one delivery of this over for Shastri to face. Full toss and pushed into a single area. That's exactly what he and India wanted. Good shot, it'll only be the one. It's got him away. He'll look for 2. Taking him on. There's a run out here. Oh, he's missed, and the... Well, comedy of errors. This is what one-day cricket's about. Certainly Murray was running to the danger end, but Shastri, who we've already said isn't the fleetest of foot, having none of it. Murray was committed. It's gone into Richardson, the other end, and the ball could not be gathered. Otherwise, that was curtains for Murray. "11 needed, 10 deliveries." Oh, Shastri's getting plenty of bat on this. My word, what an innings he's played. Perfect man to come in at a time like this. He makes sure that he gets bat on ball. Well, there'll be another one there. So suddenly, and he has 5 needed. If Shastri can actually reduce that, then the odds in the final over would be overwhelmingly in favour of India. It's been a great effort, a great game, and the first one really in this week of international cricket in which the batters had its full say. As a result, we've got a tight finish in a match which has already produced over 400 runs. There's 4. Well, game, set, and nearly match. 12 off the over. 1 run needed, in which case Kepler Wessels' options are simple. Every man has to be in the ring. Every avenue for a single has to be closed, because Shastri, in going for a repeat hit over the top, got it over the top of where slips would have been. He was aiming wide long on. He's found fine third man. Yes, he has. An India win. Wonderful win, and that sets the series up. 2-1 to apart. 20. A match when some pretty indiscreet batting and one or two bits of fortune cost India wickets at exactly the wrong moment. All credit to South Africa for sticking with it. Well, they certainly finished 20 or 30 short of what they could and should have got, and a score of 214 was barely enough, providing India batted properly.